You talk in your notes. You have a comment: freedom within boundaries.
Yes.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
This is the metronome. This is the groove. That's first and foremost. But
overall, really, a kind of a like even with being a bass player, play bass when you're in a band, like opposed to sitting there and playing all the high notes. You're called and asked to play bass, so play bass, and with the groove, with the kick patterns, I know my kick pattern. Asking Tim about it, once we agree on it, and he set the tone for that, I'll create with those rhythms, and maybe pick my bass notes on those rhythms. That's my freedom within my space. And same thing with note selection. That changes per genre. In this style, usually the piano player plays the bass note in their left hand, so you don't have the freedom to kind of maybe change a bass note here. So your goal is to just make that note feel good, and just lock with it. And it's a beautiful thing to submit to one another and to submit to that. There are some bass players who just really want to venture off, but there's a beauty in teamwork and coming together to deliver a song, a message, and never lose sight of that. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah,
that's really good. What he said is he's talking about teamwork, playing as a team. If you're hired to be a bass player, be a bass player. If you're a bass player in your church worship team, it's not about you. It is, but it isn't. It's about every member of the team. But your job is to put down the foundation, the meat and potatoes. It's not always your time to be popping and all over the neck of the bass guitar, so everybody goes, "Oh my gosh, look at that bass player!" If that happens, you're probably out of line. You just need to take a 6-week sabbatical and sit on the front row for a while and just think about what you're really called to do. But it's not about you. It's not about Tim playing all his fancy licks. It's about pulling the whole thing together.